As you can see, we got the Ranger running. We were thinking the battery was no good, because this is, I think it's 7 years old now, the Ranger is, and we've never put a battery in it. So, we're thinking that's what it was. The battery's down in here, but then we noticed, after we put the battery in a couple days later, that there were some wires down in here that were broke off and not working. So the guy came today and got it going. I'm gonna get it washed out now. So I got it done enough. I got around the battery cleaned out a little better, because that's where we were having problems. And it's super muddy now, so it's just gonna pack right in with mud again. So I didn't clean it like really good. So just a quick wash. That's pretty muddy still, but right down in there is where the battery is. I think right there is where the wires were. I got them cleaned off better, so that's good. So on my way back up to the shed or somewhere to do something, I figured I'd stop in here quick. Right there is Gracie. I brought her in about a week or two ago. Weaned her off of milk. She got her tag. She's number 803. She'll be here in these pens for a little while, and then she'll get dehorned, then move out to the stalls. And after that, she'll move up to the heifer barn. So, yep, she's doing good. She likes it in here pretty good. That's good. You visiting her too? So, you may have noticed, when I was pulling the Ranger out, that the corn planter's in here in the shed. We got it out. Started working on it. I think we have three-row units done out of all 6. I'm gonna flip these lights on. We got one of those garage lights up there that really lights it up in here. So I guess this row here needs disc blades, and these two need to be tore apart still. And then right here we had is a depth adjuster that broke off last year, so we replaced it. Took one of the thingies off of the 4-row, and then got it fixed. So I'll put discs on here. And the other day, if you notice, I had a community post on YouTube, and I said I broke the grease gun, and it was in a bunch of different pieces. I'll show you it over here. I was trying to grease up the disc because we had a field we were going to seed, but I need discs out first, and the grease gun ended up like that. And then a few days later, someone sent me this grease gun. So I really appreciate it. I really like it. It works really good. So thanks for that. So all of these disc blades on this side, on the left side of the row unit, it's a right-handed bolt. So you gotta act like you're tightening it when you're actually loosening it, because of the way when it's spinning and disking, it'd be going like that, and that'd be loosening up the bolt. So that's why it's got a different kind of bolt in there. So we were gonna change these seed tubes, but we noticed Well, we got one seed tube, and I found 5 more somewhere else. I thought they were gonna work. They looked pretty much like the other ones, but then we noticed that the eye was different on them, so we are not using them now. So this one's good. We're just gonna leave it off, or leave it on. While I got it off too, I'm gonna grease up this row cleaner. These are a pain to get grease in. They're hard to get to. Now I can't even find it. Oh, there it is. There. That unit's done. Now I gotta put the one closing rail on. But I guess I can start on this next one, start tearing it apart at least. When you take these off, there's shims here with the gauge rails, so then they're set correctly. I just remembered that I forgot a very important step, putting the dust cap on. So it's the next day now. I got this row unit pretty much all tore apart, but it's about 6:30, I think. I haven't done much this afternoon. Went to school and then came home, didn't do much. So now I'm gonna head out on the four-wheeler, check out how those seedings were that we did the other day, since we got about a little over an inch of rain since we did them. We did them, I forget when it was. I think we finished off on a Saturday, I think, and then we got rain Sunday. So I'm gonna head out just behind the barn, see how that's doing. There's the frame from the corn planter. I guess somebody's coming tomorrow to pick that up. So I just got out here. This field, last year we seeded. We got 2 cuttings off of it. The first one we didn't get very much because it was too dry. Then we got a little bit of rain and got another cutting off of it. But it should not be this. You should not be able to see this much dirt this late in April. So we came in here and reseeded it, and now we got a good amount of moisture on it. So that should get it growing better, get it started better. And then right over here, this field is always fairly wet. I think last spring I talked about, I was planting this field and I was pushing mud like crazy and everything. So and there's a couple wet spots, like really wet spots, super muddy here and there. So I came in here, disked pretty much all of this before we seeded it, and it got, we came through with the seeder after, and then the coal packer, like we have to do, and it is pretty smooth now, which is good. But we're hoping the wheat from all these fields would pretty much stay and not get disrupted very much, so it will keep growing. But I'm trying to tell if this stuff is sprouted or not. I think it is. Yep, it is. I see little sprouts right there. So that's good. It's growing good already. And this field, just yesterday, after all that rain, you could really tell things jumped like crazy, like the wheat. So the wheat really grew since about the other day. It was probably about that tall. Now it's probably at least doubled in size, so that's good. That's sprouted too, I see. We're hoping now with the wheat that it didn't get disrupted very much, that we can come in here and chop that too, or whether we chop it or make baleage out of it or whatever. I'd bet we'll probably chop it if it gets growing good enough. Probably about when we chop second cutting, so we'll be able to chop these or mow them or whatever, make baleage. We'll see. It all depends on how it keeps growing and how the year progresses. So when I was picking rocks, I was in the field right about over there. That's when I was mentioning that the railroad tracks and the train went from up there a ways right down through here along that main road. And right over there, there's some grain bins. You can tell is where Judson's, the feed mill, as I was talking about. When the train went through there used to be, there was 2 different feed mills. Not Judson's now. I'm not sure what they were. And there might have been a creamery there too. I know there was a creamery right around there at one point, but it went through there. I think it stopped a couple times, and then it kept on going through the valley, and then eventually turned, I believe, and went south. So that's how that went. And I noticed a couple days after I recorded that video, or my dad noticed and pointed it out to me, right here, some pieces of metal. We believe that this is a train track. We were seeding this field and my dad looked over and he noticed that. It looks like it, so that's pretty cool that we found it. Just out here in the middle of the brush, in the middle of the woods. So. And that, where the train tracks used to be, that's probably a couple 1,000 feet away. Maybe a quarter mile. So, it would have took a lot to get here, but